Hey, Mindy.
Thank
Thank you for being here. Good to see you.
you for having me. It's an honor.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, transformation with Mindy. We're gonna we're gonna talk about. We have so much to talk about, right? So
Oh my goodness.
the purpose of this podcast, transformation, there's got two main goals. One is like we talk about the spiritual aspect of the false light, and then like what led you to work on yourself, to go through the transformation. So I always say, let's start from the beginning of how we
Begin-
connected. The beginning, the beginning.
The very beginning. Oh man, that was like 2020-ish. Yeah, when did they do their Miami retreat? 2020 or
So, hey,
2021?
2021. So it was December
Yeah, that's right.
2021, winter
Yeah.
solstice,
Yep.
right?
So yeah, I had like a big whatever. I was following the ENS like whatever from I don't know, like right around George Floyd. It's kind of when I noticed those guys. My brother like sent me a link or something. I was like, oh, okay. I was kind of vibing. And then felt the call to go like to Miami. I'm like, I don't know why. Like maybe I'm supposed to meet people, whatever. Like I've never been to Florida or anything. I've
Oh,
never even done anything like that or like anything spontaneous like that. And I was kind of just like, okay, bye family. Like I'm gonna go do this little pilgrimage for solstice. It
my
was
fam,
like
I'm going to.
kind of out there. I was just like, I gotta go do this quick. So, but then went and did that. Felt super sick after that. Oh my goodness. But it was, met a lot of people there. And even like being there was
Oh,
really cool. It was like they did like that fire. I don't know, they had the lady who was doing the fire thing. I accidentally got my food late and ended up sitting like right where she did her little show. So it was like I did get like front and center seats to like everything on
yeah.
accident. It was really
Yeah.
cool. And then met whatever a bunch of really awesome people there who have also seen the false light and moved away from those guys.
Yeah. So to give a little bit more details, right? So we're talking about Eldor and Simon that we both
Yes.
followed, and we were on a spiritual journey. And they did this event. It
Yeah.
was a 1 day event in Miami,
Yeah.
and there were a lot
Yeah.
of
They've
people there.
expanded now.
So there were a lot of people we did not cross paths during that event. We did not meet in
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
However,
But there was like the online like Telegram group where everybody kind of got to know each
yes,
other and set up like side plans and stuff. And I didn't make it to like any of those except for like a meditation on the beach. But
yes, yes.
uh,
And again, we didn't get to meet in person during that time because I was down there for
yeah,
like 5 days or more to meet
nice.
people and all that. So we didn't cross paths yet. They
No.
did bring us together. They did serve the
Hmm.
purpose, right? We met a lot of
Yeah.
awesome
Yeah.
people,
They
like you
served a
said.
purpose and now
They served
they're,
the purpose.
yeah, now they're gone.
So then, so then you got sick like right after. This is really
I
important.
was
So
like,
we're
I
gonna
don't
talk. Go
know.
ahead.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, it was like right after. It was like the next day. I was like, oh my God, it felt like such a bad hangover. But
Wow.
yeah. I don't know.
So was it like the
And then
flu?
yeah, no, I
Um,
had ended up getting like COVID like on the way home. I don't know when I started getting like actually sick, but it was like Christmas, and I was like, I can't do anything. Sorry, family.
I remember a lot of people got sick right after that. I
Yeah,
remember a
no,
bunch
it
of
wasn't
people.
like I was the only one. Yeah, it was like a whole bunch of people got whatever ill, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I wonder what that's all about. And then obviously we figured it out later.
Oh, that's the part we're gonna get to, right? We're gonna figure out later.
Yeah.
So you're figuring out later. If you want to share that part of the journey, like
Um,
what
yeah,
led you
it was
to.
the discernment that started coming through. It was like just how badly they were treating people. They're like, we put you on a pedestal and then knock you down and then talk all this trash about you. And then
Yeah,
like you talk to them to get their side of the story because whatever, we fell in love with this person, there was different ones at different times. It's like, what happened, so and so. And then they tell you horrific stories like, oh my God, like things that you just I don't know. I still like Johnny and Geraldine's recording is just like, but yeah. So, but yeah, it was like that was kind of like the discernment there, and then I don't know, it kind of started popping up. You see it in like other aspects of your life, kind of like, oh no, that doesn't feel right. Like, no, not tricking
Mm,
me again.
good. Very good. And it's really important that you're talking about discernment because we all had to go through it, right? We all had to learn
Oh
the
my
hard
God, yeah,
way.
not such a necessary lesson, and I'm a hard learner on certain things. So I don't know. I'm like, I feel like I learned that lesson, and I'm good now. I don't want to do it again.
Totally. Do you want to share a little
And
bit more like details in regards to discernment? Only because, and like I said, one of the purpose while I'm doing this because so many people are waking up, and
yeah,
if they're watching this, right, they're seeking help and guidance and discernment. We need help and guidance.
yeah. Well, and it's like these people can still vibrate so high, but be like of darkness, and so it kind of tricks you. You're like, oh, like you
Mhm.
feel the vibes, and it like it feels really high, but then like you feel really icky afterwards, and it's like that's the part that you kind of got to look for is like how you feel. Like, do you feel drained, or do you feel like more like alive? Like, and it's just after dealing with them and other like what kind of led me to you, the shitty relationship that I was in, excuse me, language probably. The bad relationship I was in, it was like, yeah, it was draining me and I was not feeling good in my body at all. And so it
Yeah,
was kind of, I was eye opening on that level too. It was like, I don't know,
totally.
it's
But
like how
I
you
would
feel
say, and
after.
And this is perfect because I would say light can be deceived, but sound cannot. And this is exactly how you explain because they're super nice, we have fun.
Yeah,
I had to hang out in person with them and all that, they're nice and all that. So light can be deceived. Don't go by that. Go by, like you said, that feeling.
like how you
Yeah, just
feel.
because,
Yeah, like,
yeah,
yeah.
because
Does it feel
false
good
light,
then? It's like, yeah, they kind of suck it out of you. Like, they get you up just to take it away, you know?
yeah, very manipulative. It's manipulative and gaslighting. So the good point, like what you made in regards to their vibing higher because of, there's different beings
Yeah,
and
their little
they,
tricks that they have. Yeah,
they can go, the false lights can go up to 11D, okay? Just because they're high, it doesn't mean that they're good and
of like,
ascension
yeah,
with the split that we're experiencing. Doesn't mean that it's the destination
yeah,
where they're leading us, you know. So, and that's why you got sick afterwards because
yeah, yeah, exactly. It was like, oh, the vampires got me.
right. Oh my goodness. We had to learn a lot, we had to learn
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of lessons through them, and they definitely got us
yeah.
together. So
Oh,
then
yes, no, it worked out.
then afterwards, after like people starting to wake up to that, right? Our dearest soul sister Natalie, who's gonna be our next transformation,
I'm so
next
excited about that.
she created a space for everybody to land.
Yes, thank her so much. It was such a necessary thing too, because we were all like, oh, we have all this and we just have nowhere to go. And she just made a nice, beautiful space for all of our energy to kind of like, yeah, land like a landing pad and kind of regroup and bounce everything off of each other and kind of help us all get back into our own like rhythm of discernment, I guess. I don't know.
No, they just have because of like the tribe feeling, everybody felt
Yeah,
lost.
exactly.
I remember when I found out after the 222, when I really got to see there were red flags from the beginning, like you said, but then when
Mhm.
I was like, okay, this is confirmed, I was like, now what? I was like very
Yeah,
shocked. Like,
now what?
now what? So now
Yeah,
you
now what?
mentioned,
There's like that betrayal.
now what do we do? Everybody feels
Yeah, now
lost
what do
to
we
me.
do?
Now, you have mentioned that. Did you do admin for them? Like, were you doing?
Yeah,
Yeah, can
yeah.
you?
So we were like their what the hell did they call us? Like little soul warriors or badass spiritual gangsters or something. I can't remember what they called us. because it was like we'd go in and like kick people off or like, you know, give them a lesson of whatever, like how she liked to just, you know, like I don't know. I don't feel good about some of the people that we blocked in the things because then it really did too. Like, okay, but they have a good point. Why do we have to go and silence them? Like, why does that comment need to be deleted? And she'd have her like whatever narrative. Why it can't whatever. You know how they do it. Um, no, that won't work because whatever. This is the way. And we're like, but that person has a very valid point. Whatever. And so yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of that, and then oh, we're gonna meet her. Oh no, we're not. And yeah, and then what Maida had to leave because her family got sick, and just the way she talked bad about her and like all the things, it was just like, we don't really feel good working with you anymore. And I think Natalie pulled out and she's like, hey girl, this is what's going on. I'm out. Are you out? And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna put in my notice too. She gave them a nice little telling off on her way out the door, and I was kind of like, yep, me too, bye.
So
I
you
definitely,
both left.
yeah. She was like, I don't know. I love her volcano heart. She did the
Absolutely.
whole like strong, like fuck you guys thing, and yeah, it was good.
Yeah, totally. No, there was a lot going on with that in regards to the comments, right? Like, you
Oh
know, like,
yeah, it was like, oh yeah, this isn't cool. Like block that person. Oh, that person's ex-Nate. And I mean, of course, like later after the exposed theory came out, I started popping my stuff in there and got kicked out too. But it was fun while it lasted. We
super
caused our
funny.
mischief from the inside.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. There's just so much. Like, what are your major lessons that you learned through them, you know, like your experience with the false light? Because, you know, 99% of the spiritual community, the new age, is false light. It's hijacked.
Yeah,
So we gotta like
I
bring
think it.
awareness.
Yeah, well, it just kind of it circles back around to like most of the things that you're like everything that you are looking for is already inside, and didn't need to go look for a guru or a shaman or an ecstatic dancer or anybody to, you know, just kind of connecting inward with your higher self for that guidance. It's like the purest way to get there, I guess. I don't know, like, you know, just the way in is, or the way out is in, I guess, is like the thing that people say.
An inside job,
You have
yes.
to
It's
go
like
in to get out. Like, I don't know. So it's just kind of like,
totally.
trust yourself, trust your instincts, like grounding, you know, you preach it all the time, like go
So,
ground and just connect with yourself. And just like that's the best. I don't know. It's like you don't need anybody outside of you. It's just, I mean, like obviously the tribe helps, and I love that we're all here for each other. But like as far as like whatever guidance you need, like you can soundboard off of people, sure, but come back to your own wisdom and your own like you just, I don't know, trying to connect with that higher self really
yeah, that's
is
all you
like a
need. It's like
big
find
part.
yourself.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like connect with that one.
And it also leads like a major lesson. And we talked about this with Laura's podcast too. We put them on a pedestal, right? That's a major
Yes, yes.
lesson.
Like you so don't need to do that. Like it's not, nobody's higher up than you are. Like put yourself on that pedestal.
Yeah.
What wisdom do you have? Like what answers are coming through you? Like the advice you're giving to other people is probably the advice you should be listening to. Like what advice are you feeding other people? Listen to that. I don't know. It's like it
Really.
kind of just come back to yourself, and I don't know. It's a whole beautiful work in progress.
No, for sure. I agree. One red flag that I remember was during the Tulum. So you didn't go to the Tulum retreat, right? So but I went to both
Yeah,
to Miami and the
yeah. I watched
Tulum.
like some of it online, and it was like I don't know, the thing like kept messing up. Like the power would go out.
I don't know why. But one thing I remember, I mean, there's so many, and I did participate in both of the documentaries, and I talked about my own experience. But
Yeah,
it was the hierarchy. They provided this chart
yeah.
of
It was
hierarchy where
like
they
these
said like
people,
there are two
these
up
people.
there,
Yeah,
and I'm like, It should be that's
Yeah,
right. It should be a round
yeah.
table.
Our admin table was like down here on the hierarchy. It was like
And you're like,
we're
we're
like
at the
five
bottom.
people removed. Well, and then
Yeah,
there was
that was.
like the followers underneath us. We were like right above them. It was like, ooh, look at us.
Oh my God, it's horrible. Yeah, that was a huge alarm bell for me when I saw that. I'm like, these people, spiritual,
Yeah.
supposed
Well,
to
and I like what
be.
you said about like, oh, they just reading it out of a book. Like, it's not coming to them.
Yeah, like all of us. We all have so many books and we've researched and we've
Yeah.
read,
Well, yeah, it's
so
like you kind of take what resonates and just dump the rest. Like, I don't know. That's essentially what I ended up doing with those guys. Like, keep the info that felt right, like the two pieces of truth they gave us, and just the rest. Like, I don't know. There is no hierarchy.
yeah, oh yeah. So, oh my God, this actually, we didn't talk about this the previous podcast, but it's coming up in regards to the hierarchy, how they discuss about their past lives being.
Oh my God, the Grandiosa was like, you guys can't be serious, really? You were Cleopatra and Nefertiti and whoever else they would have said they were. I don't even know.
Some kind of Egyptian
Yeah,
false
I
god.
can't even remember. It's been so
Yeah.
long, but it was like, really? And then, oh, you're also these other really important people. And oh, you were also these other really, like, really though, were you? When they said
So
they're
that
like the pillar of a community, I'm like, yeah, maybe the one in the basement. I don't know.
you're too funny. But these are good points that we're bringing up for people
Oh,
who,
definitely. Yeah. No, it's especially, I hope it can get light to anybody about, especially these two. But all the other ones going on too, it's like they're not the only one, which is
no,
horrifying. It's happening everywhere. It's like,
no,
I don't know. It's
there's
sort of
no,
like the spiritual version of like the Hollywood exposure, except
yeah,
it's like on this level. Whatever this level is, the spiritual level, like it's the same sort of exposing of
yeah,
falsities,
new
nonsense.
age, right? It's the
Yeah.
new age exposed, or I don't know, the false
Yeah.
life, like spiritual, whatever we want to call it.
Yeah.
The
Whatever the
false
word is
gurus.
for it.
There's so
Fake
many.
shaman. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So anyone who puts themselves above, we're all equal. We don't have, we need each other,
I love the round table
the round
metaphor.
table.
It's like it is, it's
Yeah,
all a round table. Like there's
we
nobody
are,
stuck on the corner. There's nobody at the head or the foot of the table. Like
for
it's a
sure, for
round
sure.
table.
That's, and I don't know if you're aware, but I'm like King Arthur. It's a very personal journey for me. I went to like all these, I dove really, really deep, and that's Stargate 11 with UK. But it was,
Yeah.
to be honest, I mean, they initiated that when I was in 222. But when I saw that here hierarchy accent, um, map, that's when the round table came to me. I'm like, we are all supposed to be part of the round table. Nobody on top, nobody on, just equal, right?
Yeah.
Why aren't they leading by that? So that was a huge wake up call for me. Huge, huge, huge.
Yeah.
So definitely. Now, so you talked about the work, everything is within the inner work,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. But
So
like, sometimes we need help and we feel stuck like I did. So I was like, hey, Erica,
America.
please help me.
So we were hanging in the so you
Yeah, this
it
whole sanctuary group, and there's the other one, the like littler group too, with like I think it's just Ray and
oh, it's the
Natalie
warrior.
and yeah, the warrior one. That's it.
For the fiery ones.
Yeah, the fiery one. Where we express
Well,
our rage and stuff.
listen, I mean, this is coming up a lot, especially now. And I'm a huge advocate of this, as you know. We're not here for
Oh
love
yeah,
and light and la la land. Okay. We are both
no,
uh
we're
light
shadow,
and dark.
we're shadow and light. Yeah, we got both. I'm very good friends with my demons. I don't know.
we go through darkness. We are put in like the
Yeah,
darkest places. We didn't come here to be love and light and overpass and not. It's everything is peace and everything. No, because that keeps you
yeah,
your spiritual bypass. You have to face the shadows, to face the demons,
yeah,
face
because
the
your
light.
shit's still gonna be there. You can, you can go. Oh, I did 20 ayahuasca ceremonies and 25 Reiki sessions, and now I'm healed. No, you still have all that crap that you just bypassed and probably pick some up along the way. Like it's just, yeah, you
Absolutely.
can't just skip over it. You gotta go
Nope.
through that darkness and sit in it for a while and figure out what it's trying to tell you. I don't. It's like a messy process.
Totally messy. I don't sugarcoat it. I'm transparent about it, right? I'm
Oh,
like,
it
it's
is
gonna be.
very messy, but like you're strong and you can do it.
You're not alone. You're
Yeah,
not
and you're not
alone.
alone. There's so
So
many
that's
more
the good
beacons
thing.
of us out here. Yeah.
So let's talk about your transformation. So you
Yeah.
were feeling, you were feeling
Feeling
stuck.
so stuck. Yeah. So it was like if I like visualize it, it's like I tied myself to this anchor during a storm because it felt safe. And then the water started to rise, and I didn't unchain myself from this anchor. I just started to drown. And then I was stuck and I couldn't get out and I needed help. So I called you. Like, that's just how it looks like in my brain. Like, I connect myself because I felt safe. And then it's not safe anymore because, the water's going up, whatever. And then now I'm drowning, right? And I'm not well. I can't thrive. I'm barely surviving. Like, it was just a whole, like, feeling like can't move. I'm stuck, like stagnation nation,
Yeah.
Like there was just nothing changes unless you change it, right? And so I didn't know. I was stuck. I didn't know what to do to change it, even though not that I don't know. It was like once it started, it wasn't as hard as I had made it in my brain. I don't know. The reprogramming I think really helped, like the recording and all that, and also the session where we went back and kind of saw
Yeah.
where did I
Yeah. I
get
was gonna
this
have,
program from? Yeah, like where did this come from? Like getting stuck in, I think the first scene was like the daycare when I'm going to
mm,
daycare and it's just like really like nobody cares and I gotta be here all day. Like I just want to hang out with my sisters and my mom, whatever. And I gotta be in this like dull, dark place where nobody even really wants me there. I'm just there because it's their job,
how old were
right?
you? That was the first scene, right? But it wasn't.
Yeah, that was the first scene. Yeah, I think I was like 2 or 3, probably 2. I want to say 2. 2 feels right.
You, yes, I believe you were too. So we went back just to give an idea who's listening. So you came to
Yeah,
me with the issue feeling stuck. You were stuck in a
yeah, and
relationship that was outdated for a long time, and you just couldn't move in life, right? You couldn't make
yeah.
progress here, right?
I think I forgot
And
to tell him that part.
that's okay. That's okay. That's why we're flowing. So when I took you back to three scenes during the session, I took you back to the origin of where it all started, of the feeling of
Yeah,
stuckness. So you went back to when you were two. You had that belief. I'm stuck here. I'm
yeah.
stuck
I'm
here.
stuck
And they
here. Like I have no choice. I'm stuck here. Like it's not where I want to
that's
be, but
true.
I'm stuck here. Yeah,
That
at
was a
2.
true. However, that was not the youngest scene that we went
No,
to.
the youngest scene. Yeah, I think I was like 6 months or old enough to kind of scoot, but not old enough to like walk or crawl. Really, it was like scooting age, whatever that is, where you can kind of like scoot your butt on the thing or like whatever. You scoot. I don't know. I wasn't like big enough to move myself really anywhere too
Yeah.
far. And like I could scoot. Like I think in the scene, I like my parents, like my dad comes home or someone comes home and they start fighting and
Yeah.
then I'm like it's kind of scary because they're loud and I don't know what's going on, whatever. I'm just this like little star soul and I've never had to hear all this. I mean maybe like in the womb or something, but we didn't go back to that. We went to this scene, and so it was like I had to try to scoot away and I'm like I'm just stuck here, like, and that was like the aha, like why do I gotta be stuck here? I'm stuck here as that, whatever. And so it was like, I don't know, an acceptance program or something, some way to kind of whatever, like I'm safe, but I'm stuck here, and this is like the expectation now is what even like I don't know, yelling and everything is like safe even if I'm stuck. I don't know. Yeah, it
Well, you
was.
felt so we went through it. You felt the
Oh
anxiety.
yeah, the anxiety. Yes. Oh my gosh.
And so let's say you were between 6 to 9 months old. That's
Yeah,
how
that's a good.
long you were dealing with anxiety, right? That's how far back we got to
And
go.
it's like I do remember like a lot as a child just being like really afraid of everybody. Like all older people. Like unless you were like my peer, you were scary. Like if you were a grown up, you were scary. I don't that's probably where that came from is all the grown ups yelled. I don't know,
Yeah, well, it's
but
the
it's like
energy.
yeah, it's
It
and
was the
yeah, being like empathetic. It's like really
Yeah, so
uh,
you came in, and we talked about this. You came in as a starseed empath, a high
yeah,
being of the love and you know what I mean, like high frequency, and then your parents
yeah,
are fighting, which is low fear and anxiety, and you just because you were a baby, you're not understanding logically, but energetically, it was
yeah.
projecting to you, so you were absorbing it, and it was making you feel anxious.
Anxious,
We're
so
picking it up.
anxious.
So you were suffering from anxiety from that young age. We get back like so far, right? And it was an aha
Yeah.
moment. But I remember one of like the scenes, or maybe we were scanning your body and doing energy work, that you actually felt the chains, and then they were like,
Yes. Yeah, we were doing like the energy thing, and my hands were tingling. It was like at the time I was like, well, this is crazy, but afterwards I was like, it's let go. Like I'm letting go. Like I don't need to hold on to this situation anymore. Like I can let go. But yeah, it was like the chains. I could feel them on my feet, and it was like, and then you could just feel them like they just broke. It was just like,
bro, it
like I
was
swear there was even
incredible.
like light came from my feet and everything. It was like, and I felt so
Um,
like light. I could fly away to anywhere I wanted.
you felt like a fairy. You were like, woo, like
Yeah, I was like,
freedom.
yo, I
I'm
can
free.
fly. Go fly with
It
the
was
angels and fairies.
It was so beautiful. It was really, really, really powerful. I like it was because I never know what to expect. Each session is unique. Each scene is unique,
Oh
right?
yeah.
And it's just always mind blowing. Just even like the before where you were coming in with anxiety, and then just after like 2 to 3 hours, you're like,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
ready
No,
to
I know. And it was
fly.
like, and then the timeline after it was like, I think it took you like maybe a week to get me to the recording. And then
Mhm.
like 20, I think it was like to the day, like a month after we had the session, I left like the situation, like the
So,
relationship. Like it was a
so
whole like,
let's reverse a little bit. Let's reverse one
yeah.
step.
Well,
So
it
that
was like
when
I did the recording and it was just amazing. I mean, you did a really, really, really beautiful job. Like I still listen to it on occasion
oh
just
wow.
because, yeah, I'm like it's really beautiful and also like sometimes I just like it to like kind of recenter and refocus and like remind
Absolutely.
myself like because especially like all the, like the drawing in my highest timeline. It's nice for helping visualize that and it like how much is unfolded. It's just like oh, such a magic trip.
That's a magic trick.
But yeah, it was like the first time I listened to it, and it was funny because I would listen to it like with my headphones, like in bed, and some of the times he'd be sleeping like right there,
Which is good.
and
That's
it
what
was
I want.
doing
Yeah,
all this magic work, like, and nobody knows. But it was
that's
seriously the
conscious.
first time it was like I was crying. It was just so beautiful. And then the
Oh,
next morning when I woke up and listened to it, I like melted into the bed. It was really amazing. And there was like plenty of times where it did knock me out and I just went right to sleep. And I don't know what you
good.
were saying, but it got in there.
Well, and I
And
always say fall asleep with it because when you're
well, and even at
sleeping,
the end, you like sign off with like and have a beautiful night's sleep or something. And it was like, and I totally did.
you totally did. You totally
Totally
listen.
did.
I love it. Yes, I always say just fall asleep with it because that I mean your conscious mind is sleeping, but your subconscious never sleeps, and that's when it's the
Yeah.
perfect time to connect to reprogram, right? So
There's
as
like
you,
plenty of times it's like, oh, you wake up at 2 in the morning, just listen to this and fall back asleep again. Like,
oh, that's awesome. It's the best. I mean, you should see me falling asleep. Like I have so many programs, right? Because I've been doing this for so long. I have a whole thing library that I listen to every night and morning, and yeah, some subconscious programming. So,
yeah,
and then, so then after you started listening, how did you see? So this is neuro linguistic programming and NLP
yes.
in short. How were you like seeing the difference of your subconscious being reprogrammed? So you were getting an upgrade. Your computer, your hard drive, I say, is getting
Yeah.
upgraded, right? So you felt
Well,
it.
yeah, it was just kind of like the reassurance that, what was it? It was like, I am, like I'm safe, I'm strong, I'm free, I can fly, like I live in a beautiful home. My home is my sanctuary. And it's like, and like, my human design is a reflector. And so that's like a big deal is my home space. It's such a big deal. And like the energy that I'm around. And so like I don't know, it like really cleared the way on that one, like just kind of getting me into like my own personal like sanctuary home space on the inside. And then it's kind of now it's coming together on the outside, and it's
You guys, I know a couple of reflectors, believe it or not. I have to connect you because you guys are like the 1% of the population.
yeah.
Yeah, mirrors, magical, because your job is like to
Yeah, well,
reflect.
that's like it made it like so much more important, I think, for me to like make that shift, because it was like, oh my God, it was such a toxic place and I do not feel good. And my body feels so much better since I've left. I've lost like 15 pounds and I wasn't even trying. It just fell
So
off.
please give me details. Okay, I'm gonna pause you. I'm gonna pause you. So after you how I get the juicy details here. I get so excited because it was like people come with one particular issue, but then I explain it, but you have to show people, right?
Yeah.
So the way it works, the transformation is in phases. It starts
Yeah.
immediately right after the session, after the 2 hours or 3 hours, whatever. Then you're gonna see another shift after the recording. And
It's just like jumps, like periodically it's like, whoop,
whoop, whoop, whoop.
yeah.
It's a catalyst. I say I'm a catalyst. I got you.
Yes.
I got you over the bridge. I'm the bridge.
Yeah.
Cover me
Yeah. It was like slingshot me over there.
up.
I'm flying.
You're flying to go find the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So you said earlier that within 1 month you were able to leave.
Yeah, it was like wild. It was like 21 days, like to the day, I think, of the recording even.
Yes,
And it
because we
was
did the
like, it was
21-day
like,
program. Yes.
yeah, and it was like my birthday, of course, of all days too. I was like, picked a big one. It was, yeah, I don't know. And then, because it was funny, because that night I ended up sleeping at my sister's where we originally had the first session. And I was like, well, this is really full circle. I'm back in the original place where we had like the first session. And that was like amazing. And then, like a month after that, I think she had just gotten like the house, and it was like, oh, now we're painting, and now I have my colorful like home sanctuary space. And it's just like, it's just so crazy how it was like to the day of the month, like almost like it's like the 16th, the 16th, the 16th. Like,
Wow. Wow.
yeah,
And it was
it's
like
been
really,
wild.
really.
And it just keeps going, and it's
I'm curious, how long, I'm sure I asked you this before, but just, for the transformation podcast, how long were you stuck? If you had to mention a number. So since you felt like, yeah, this is not for me, I gotta get out, but then
um
you were stuck with the chains. How long did you stay
yeah,
stuck?
it was very, very long time. Our relationship started like 12 years ago, and then I was kind of leaving when I got pregnant with our daughter. And so that kind of whatever kind of got him like a second chance, sort of like, okay, I'll let you try to be a dad and all that. And then after my mom passed and I had the apartment for a while, I was like, well, let's try to live together. And that didn't feel very good. But then I heard this little voice like, oh, just throw the dynamite in the fire and see what happens. Like, should have been a giant red flag. But I was like, took a while for it to go off. So I was like, oh, maybe it's done and everything's fine. And then it like wasn't like great. So yeah, then it was at that point I just felt so stuck and I'm like, I don't know how to get out. I don't know how to leave. Like, yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
the couple of times I did try, it didn't work. And so it was like after my last failed attempt, I was like, okay, this has got to be like, I need to have a plan. I need to be strategic. Like, like I'm gonna go through with it this time. These aren't just words, I have actions for them. And then yeah, it was just like
Yeah.
the chains were gone after our session. It was they were just
Mhm.
gone. It was like went back to the whole I chained myself up for a safe little sanctuary after getting out of another relationship, and it was just I should have just
Yeah,
found that peace and sanctuary in myself instead of trying to find it somewhere else. And now I know that was a big
absolutely.
lesson.
Well, you had to, and it goes back to also like with the false light, with the discernment, these are lessons
Yeah,
that,
the discernment like wasn't there. It was like, oh, I'm in love with your words, and never mind,
mm,
your actions totally don't align with those. And then
it's the
at some
energy.
point after the discernment was like, well, I don't have to take this from these people. I gotta take it from you. Like I can go
Exactly.
and live a mediocre life by myself. I don't need that help with that. I can go live a great life by myself. I don't need an anchor.
Exactly. So I'm so proud of you because, and I always say it is you who were ready, who made the decision to reach out, who made the decision to commit. And because you made the
Yeah,
decision, it's like, okay, I'm ready. Once you say, like, okay, I'm ready to face it and I'm ready to do the hard work because it is icky. It is very icky. The session is
yeah,
not pretty. It's gonna bring up all these emotions that have been stuck all your life, right? Even an adult. But you had the
yeah,
courage to seek help. Ask and you shall receive, I would say. Then, when the
yeah.
student is ready, the teacher will appear. That's what happened, right?
Well, yeah, and it was kind of like, yeah, and it's like I'm ready for this, and yeah, there you were. It was like
then I,
saw a thing on one of your things popped up on Facebook, and I was like, I should really call her,
yes, I remember that. I
especially
did.
as it was like we're already in like all the circles and stuff, and I like already talked to you on Telegram, and I think you even like sold me some oracle cards like when you were originally moving out and stuff
Yes,
and
yes.
downsizing your stuff. I'm like, just as fun, intuitively send me one. And I got the Lemurian deck, and oh my gosh, it's so awesome. I love that deck.
I love the Lemurians. I am so glad because most of them I like got rid of, and there's like I says a lot of them false light and all that. But I like the Lemurian was just like, it's special, that and Atlantis. So I'm glad that I
Yeah.
picked that one.
Well, and it was
Yeah.
ironic because going back to like the two idiots that we used to follow, I brought Lemurian crystals to the Miami event. It was like
Oh
I
my
was
God.
crystal shopping and I had found like a basket of Lumerian crystals at the crystal shop. And I was like, I'm just going to take a fistful of these because they weren't very big. I was like, they'll fit, I can bring more of them. And so I thought that was kind of wild. Like, it went
Oh,
full circle. Like, Lumeria was there the whole time, like, kind of guiding me.
it always does. It always does. It's beautiful. Now, you mentioned in regards to your weight. So we did not work on your
It
weight
was,
at all. It did not come
oh,
up.
that was just like a happy byproduct of the work done. And I knew I was
Yeah.
carrying like a little extra, like at the time. And I mean, hey, that anchor probably was like a lot of like it was manifesting in a physical way. And not to
Yeah.
mention I was having a lot of like skin irritation right before I left too. It was really my body being like, get out,
It was
go, be
protecting
free.
you.
Yeah.
So,
It was like, nope, you're uncomfortable here. We're gonna make you itchy, we're gonna make you heavy. And it was like the weight has literally just fallen off. It's like I I threw out all my old pants. Now I get to go pants shopping.
yeah, it's so exciting. I remember when you texted me, like, oh, yes, I lost 15 pounds. I'm like, what? Is it? Oh, and it just came off.
It just fell off.
Just fell off me. I didn't even think about it, I didn't even do anything. And I'm like, wow, that was all that weight. Like you said, the anchor, that was just
Yeah.
like, it's
Yeah.
incredible the energy that we
Hmm.
carry, So the same thing like with people with back issues or, it
Oh yeah.
depends the pain
Just
in
how
your
the
body.
energy gets stuck in your body. Yeah. It's like, and for me, I had all that energy like that, and it was just kind of it was stuck there too. And after I got unstuck, so did it.
Just got released. So that
Yeah.
was the good side effect. I don't know what word would be the
Yeah,
perk.
it was a happy accident. I'm not mad at it at all.
The hap-
Got
the
my
happy,
summer body ready.
yeah, girl. The perk of so it was the perk of doing the subconscious work by
Yeah, and it
you.
was like so unintended. It was great. It
It's the
was like this
best.
is what I was trying to achieve, and then I get all these other beautiful magic like little blessings too, and it's like
Wow.
it's just coming together so awesome. I don't know.
Oh, your energy is amazing. You're like flying high. You're literally just like unchained yourself, right?
Yeah,
Got your freedom. You're like, see ya. And you went,
yeah.
whoosh,
Bye.
peace out. And you've just been flying. So within a month, you were able to leave. Everything happened really
Yeah,
fast. You were able to leave. You got
pretty
your
much.
beautiful century. What else? What about your kids?
Um, oh my gosh, my relationship with my son is like way better. He wouldn't even go over there and like whatever when we were living together. Now it's like this is the first weekend that I haven't had him in like 5 or 6 weeks. Like he's been like, nope, I'll go to mom's. Like I want to hang out with mom, and he like helped
Oh,
me do a bunch of yard work, and he like didn't even complain a little bit. He's a teenager, so that's kind of a big deal.
absolutely. Oh, he's
And
happy for
then,
you that you made that.
oh
So
yeah, we went to
did
therapy, and he's like, we did it, and I was like, well, okay, yeah, we did it. Like you totally put in on this one, guy.
you
But it was
you
like it was his win too, and it was so cool that he was so excited about it. He was like, we did
oh
it.
yay. I mean, it's like I always say is when you do the work, when you do the work,
Yeah.
you're doing ancestral healing. So you're healing generations before you, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
future generations. So you because you did that, that alone, the fact that you got your own place and now you can have your son visiting because before he wouldn't go because it's the
Yeah.
it was not his dad, right? It was from previous
Yeah.
relationship and it wasn't safe for him and it wasn't a
Yeah.
good space,
Yeah.
right?
He's like, I'm not stuck here. I have a dad I can go hang out with. Like,
Yeah,
and so yeah, it's been really nice having him back. And then yeah, my daughter, she's handling it pretty good. Because whatever, that's her dad. So I don't think she
yeah,
totally grasps everything, but she's
yeah.
happy like when she's with me. Then she's like cool to go over there. So that's good. But yeah,
Mhm.
she's like this morning she wasn't gonna come to the cabin, and then last minute she's like, "Wait, is the swing still there?" I'm like, "Yeah, why would the swing be gone?" And she's like, oh, "Okay, I want to come with
Oh,
you." I was like, "I knew you did. I packed your stuff."
oh, that's awesome. It makes me so happy. That alone, Mindy, is so worth it, like you did,
Oh my goodness, yeah.
you
That was
know?
like one of the other things I was like, yeah, like that was something I was actually trying to do. I was like, I wanted a better relationship with my son, and I knew like that alone made it so worth it. I'm like, just like how much better he actually talks to me and opens up about stuff and wants to hang out. And it's like such a
Yeah.
nice thing and a nice change of pace. I love
Uh,
it so
it,
much.
it is like so incredible. It's just such a nice ripple, So it's not only, yeah, you came to see me for being stuck and anxiety, but then the value and the
Yeah.
transformation.
It
So you
is
got
just, yeah, it's just rippled out into so many other things, and it's trickled down, if you will, to like all the different parts of my life that I didn't even fully think of like needing help with, but it's like
Mhm.
working out in mysterious and magical ways.
Yeah. And then you got your kids together, which is priceless.
Oh,
And
definitely. Yeah. Make
you,
more
you
memories.
make more memories and you're leading by example. Like they
Oh,
respect
yeah.
that courage and it's like because it wasn't a good role model being stuck in a relationship that it's not healthy, then they're
Oh,
gonna grow
yeah.
up
And it's like,
right.
yeah. And it's like, you don't need to be treated like that. And you don't, whatever. Like, it brings, shows them their value, I guess. It's like,
Yeah.
you don't need to take that. I am not going to take that. And you shouldn't take that. Like, you don't need to take the ickiness and the badness that other people want to. It's like, I understand
Manipulation.
you got your own, yeah, I was like, you got your own crap, whatever, and you can have it. It's not mine. You
Very
deal with
good.
your own crap, sir. Like you, no, you're good
No,
over
no,
there.
no. By
Keep it
by
all
by
in your
using
own.
connection, but you led by example, showing your children, hey, I'm worthy.
Yeah,
My happiness is worthy. I'm doing this for me and for you guys. And now
yeah. Like I'll
showing
be such a
you,
better mom now that I'm happy. Like, and I'm
there you
not
go.
stuck, and we can all go do fun stuff without worrying about dad, whatever. And yeah, it's just
Well,
so much better.
so speaking of that, like, how was your energy before and after? So
Like before,
how
after, like leaving him, or
no,
oh, during
before
the
when you were
process,
stuck?
it was. Oh, when I was stuck, it was like I was wondering if I had like heart problems. It was like the anxiety was so all over the place.
Holy moly.
And like I would just feel sick a lot, and like my sleep was crap. Like I'd wake up like 2 in the morning and can't go back to 5. Oh wait, now it's time to get up and go to work. Like it was just yeah, and so it was like, and even like a little while after I left, like when I'd have to go over there to like drop her off or pick her up, it would still come. But now it's like leaving, it's left my body now. Like I don't get the knots and all that crap in my stomach,
Yeah,
so it's like so
yeah,
nice the way it's just kind of like it's just it's going, it's leaving my body. It's not mine anymore. And like
you
grounding
learn.
helps a lot too. I can give it back to the earth. She
Yeah.
can transmute it for me.
Tell everybody. I like if we
Yeah,
are
it's just yeah, she's so good at transmuting, like and alchemizing, and it's just I love Koch
uh
Mama.
incredible. It's like, oh my God. So sleep is better. Your health
Yes.
is better. God forbid, like if you didn't
Yes,
make the
my
move.
like even like my skin health is like better. Like I'm like
Oh,
people are
how?
like, "Oh, you look like you're 25." I'm like, "I haven't heard that in a long time. Thank you."
See, reverse aging, girl. Reverse aging is
Yes,
what
so
I'm
that's
talking
nice.
about. Because you're glowing, it's like it's inside
Yeah.
out, right? Like I don't use
Yeah.
any expensive, you know what I mean? Like cheap stuff. And it's like
Yeah.
it's reverse aging. It's inside out.
Yeah, it's like I take a couple like oil of oregano, like that's not gonna reverse age me. That's just getting rid of parasites and crap, like
Sure.
which is good stuff.
Awesome.
I like not having those, but it's like yeah, that was like
Awesome.
it's just a happy thing.
Oh, wow. So many benefits that came
Yeah,
out.
and I like just be driving around and I'm like, and more things will like pop in my head, like, oh, this is so great, just because I made this like choice to do the thing, and now it's like I don't know. There's so many times a day where I'm like, oh, look at how much better like life is here, and oh my gosh, this
Oh,
is so great, and like it's just the magic is coming through so much more. Like I don't
wow.
know. It's I already saw like the 11s and the 8s and all the things, but now it's like the more magic is showing up even more than it did before.
Because you quantum jumped.
Yeah.
You quantum, well, okay. So I talk about this a lot, right? Like I'm starting more because a lot of people are talking about quantum jumping. It requires work, right? Like we don't just
Oh
click our
yes,
finger
and sacrifice and discipline and
and
like
discipline and
yeah.
commitment
Oh
and
yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
investment. And you gotta invest and you gotta show up. So all the people
Yeah.
talking about quantum jump and it's no star seeds, chosen ones, or whatever you want to call ourselves.
Yeah, whatever you
Uh,
want to call yourself.
it's our shadows are not going away. As a matter of fact, right now things are amping up, right, for people to
Oh.
because. So do you find it? You understand like the split, right? So the people who have been doing the
Oh
work
yeah.
with our own dimension, our own planet, and then there's the other ones that are suffering
Yeah.
because they haven't crossed, they haven't
Yeah. They
done
haven't
that.
addressed their stuff and their shadow, and they haven't sat with their shadow and seen what do you need? What do you want? What's going on? Why are you so hurt? Why are you like what can I do to help you? Like I don't know. This
They're
it's like sitting with a sad friend, except for it's yourself. You just gotta be there. Like you don't gotta say anything special. You just gotta be there, feel the feelings. I mean, there's obviously a lot more work to that. It's a lot
and
easier
you do
said
the
than done.
work. Acknowledge. I mean, I would say it's like, where do you want to be?
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Like,
Have a set direction. What
yeah.
are the
It's
issues you're
like what
dealing?
you said, like put in the GPS and like the universe can't bring you there if it doesn't know where you're going. Like you gotta tune in to that destination and like be on the frequency to get there. I don't know, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's where we start. I was like, when have the a consultation,
yeah.
right?
When I was, when I was trying to figure out like and write down like what will my highest timeline look like, you're like you have to just kind of tune in to the destination. Like I don't
We
know what
gotta
that is yet, but it's coming together so perfectly. It's like a colorful house. The people in my life like honor all the things too, and it's like definitely how it's going. Like the
wow.
people that I'm around, surrounding myself with, or that are coming into my field now, are like, yep, that's really cool. We honor that. Like it's your
Well,
journey, and it's, you know,
and it's gotta happen that way because everything is frequency. It's like tune into
mm,
you pick your radio station and then you meet who the people who are listening to that music, right?
yep.
And I find, Mindy, a good point that you've made with the GPS. I find like people who have been stuck for a long time, they do have a hard time visualizing their destination because they've been lost their whole life and
So
stuck their
long,
whole
yeah. It's
life.
like you've just been stuck. I've only seen smog. Like I don't even know what to look for to get out. Like it's just been
Yeah,
cloudy haze. Like I don't even know where I am anymore, let alone where I'm trying to go. Like it was kind of
yeah,
a bit of a challenge. I did have to kind of like sit
yeah.
with that for a little bit. And I'm like,
Which is very, very
I
common.
don't
I
know.
see that all the time. It is, yeah, with
Yeah.
empaths that have been stuck and they like, how do you visualize your highest timeline? Like
It's
they
just
feel
like,
stuck.
shit, what do I think my highest timeline should be?
Yeah, yeah, it's incredible because they've been stuck for so long, and that's when I come in like with coaching and we break it down and tune into the
Yeah.
little
And you're so
details.
good at it too. You're like, you ask the right questions to like get to like the answer. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it, but you're like, oh, well, how does this make you feel? And well, what about this? And and then, well, what about this? And it's like, oh yeah, that does sound good. And I like the way that feels. And oh yeah, I could see that. And it's like, but you ask the right questions in the right way to kind of
Yeah,
help get the clarity. Like you don't give answers. You just kind of ask questions to kind of help get
no,
you like get the individual there. Like I don't know, I found it really helpful. Like what do
yeah,
you see
because
yourself with this? And like what would you like for your job? And like what are you doing with your time? Like that, just little questions like that. And well, how would
yeah,
this make you feel? And what about a divine partner? And I was like, oh crap, I hadn't even thought about that. That would be
yeah,
cool. Someone I can actually build a life with and not just by myself. Like if it's in the stars, sure. And then I'm like, well, okay. So every now and then I'm like, it feels like I'm like making a little love spell, like, oh, well, he's got to be like this and what. And I mean, I would try to be the same things. Like I'm not asking things
exactly.
from other people that I wouldn't,
No,
give myself. Like, don't.
yeah.
I'm not gonna put you on a pedestal. Don't put me on one. But like, if you're upset, I've got a shoulder you can cry on, and vice versa.
Oh,
Like, you know.
being there for each other. I always say, when I coach for divine partners, relationships, like you got to become that frequency, right? It's
Yeah,
like your
it's
inner
like
masculine and your inner feminine. Work on both
yeah.
because we have both, and
Yeah, well,
both
and
of
just like
them
the
right.
balance and harmony of it. Yeah.
And then that's when and then let go, don't attach,
Yeah.
trust,
It's like, oh,
focus
yeah.
on you,
The
right? Just
universe
let
will
it
just,
go.
yeah, but it's like kind of just like ideas like, oh, I would like to instill this in me. Like, I would like this. Like, I can find cool things and put them in myself. I don't know. It's like the best
Yeah,
things that I find, I can try to do. And then I don't know. Yeah, it's like fine tuning.
absolutely. It's a journey, it's a journey. But
It
yeah, it's
is.
definitely. I'm so happy for you. It's like so much. It's like it's mind blowing. And we did
It
the 21 days and it was just like bam, 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 bam. And that's because I would say that's because you already were working on yourself on a spiritual journey. So you've done, and you were just like you needed help to get
yeah.
unstuck. And then since
Yeah. It was
then,
like a guided, like, hey,
yeah.
Zerka.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you would like to share? Any advice for the people who feel stuck, who are going through spiritual awakening? Anything that you would like to share that we can close it
If
up? nicely.
you're feeling like that calling inside to like do the thing, like reach out for help,
Mm-hmm.
you know, follow it. It's not lying to you. If it's like,
Yeah.
you know, that one inside that's like, hey, we're struggling with this and we're stuck, or whatever, other people have their problems. I'm not sure, but it's like, you know, you have the thing that you're working, you just can't get past it, and
Mm-hmm.
it's, you know, you feel the calling to like, you know, it's
Mm-hmm.
like your little intuition, like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, left instead of right, except it's a
Mm-hmm.
bit bigger of a life decision. I don't, maybe about the same, I guess, I don't know, but it's like, I don't know, yeah, listen to that voice that says reach out for help, or you know,
Mm-hmm. Do
because
something.
it's,
Do it.
yeah, do
Do
something. Yeah, do it. Like nothing changes unless you change it. You know, you got to do the thing. You got to put in the work.
You
And
gotta
if
take
you,
action,
yeah,
right?
and like take the leap of faith in yourself and in others. Like you know, it's an investment too. It's like you put in the work, but like then you get all these other happy, accidental, awesome outcomes. Like that it's just, you know, you put in the work on this, and it like trickled to all these
It's
other
just
like,
like
oh, I'm stuck, and now it's like life is better, and I've lost a bunch of weight, and I got a new car, and whatever, like
you got
all
your
the things.
kids. You got your
Yes,
kids
I got my
together.
kids.
Oh my God. I always find it,
And
you
they
know
get
what I
along
find it?
so well too.
I'm
Huh?
sorry.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said.
No, because what I'm finding is like when you face that lesson or do the work and like the voice that you were explaining is like the higher self, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is pushing you, pushing you,
Yeah,
pushing. And let me tell you, if you don't listen while it's
yeah.
small, it's gonna
Well,
get
yeah,
worse.
it'll get louder. Yeah, it's like,
It's
oh, then
gonna
it
get
turns into
worse.
this. Yeah,
It's
the
gonna
problems
slap
just
you
keep
in the
getting
face.
worse. Yeah, yeah. It's
Exactly.
like, oh, now like the rock bottom is just gonna get harder.
It's gonna get it's gonna get darker. You're gonna just keep sinking in the
Yeah,
abyss,
darker
right?
and deeper, and then you just got farther to go to get back out again. And you don't need to dig the hole that deep. It's not that serious.
Oof. And then Mindy, I find I was actually reflecting about this. You face it and you do the work and take action, and then it's like the universe starts opening up these doors and everything is
Yeah,
aligned and everything is working. And they're like, it's like all these
yeah,
things like, oh, I did
yeah.
it.
It's like you're on the right path over here, but like over here, yeah. It's like it's not sunshine and rainbows, but it's freaking magical. So,
It gets easier. Don't you find it like it gets easier and
oh,
easier the more work you do
oh
and
yeah,
the
it gets
higher?
easier and easier, and it's like the thing they say, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. Like you do have
Yeah,
to go through the storms, and but you come
you
out
do.
stronger. You come out with all
Yeah.
these like fabulous, wonderful tools. Like I don't
Yes.
know, there's like so many more
Yeah.
tools in my tool basket now than when we
Yes.
started.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
you know, just kind of pick up all these great things. Like while you're going through those dark times, like you have to go through them. But there is like the light at the other side of the tunnel. But if you don't do anything to get there, it's just gonna be over there and you're gonna be stuck in a dark tunnel. I don't, you know.
And you just say, oh, wait,
You
wake
gotta
up for
you
me.
gotta do the things. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I completely agree. It gets easier. And I mean, there's always like these storms, like you said, but we become more resilient, we become stronger, wiser, more experienced,
Yeah.
right? As we're learning, it's like all these levels that we unlock, and it's just amazing. It's humbling. I mean, sometimes it knocks
Oh,
you.
it's so humbling, yes.
Oof.
Like, okay,
It's,
okay, I got it,
I got it, like, yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna do it.
I got it.
Oh my God, it's a journey. It's quite a journey.
Yes,
I
it
mean,
is.
it's great times to be alive right now. Lots of
It's
amazing things happening,
a good
right?
time, yeah. I'm having a
Um,
blast.
Absolutely. And that's the key. And that's the key. Like you and
Yeah,
I were always laughing and having fun and just like
yeah,
happy. So yes, there's work, but just have fun. Just remember to laugh. Just remember the
yeah.
joy. Just remember
And then
your
if you
inner
can laugh through
child.
it, it makes a lot. Yes. I played
Your
on Jungle
inner
Gym
child.
today and I thought about
Oh,
it, my
there you
inner
go.
child. I was like, oh, she would have liked these monkey bars. Like,
That's the key. Reconnect with your inner child. So in order, this is actually a good point, Scott. In order to reconnect with your inner child, first you have to heal your inner
yeah,
child, right? because we were doing
Yeah,
the
well, because
second.
otherwise you feel silly doing stuff because she doesn't want to play. I mean, she's hurt. She doesn't want to go out and
It's
play, but then you heal your inner child, and it's like now she wants to get out and frolic in the sun and climb on
You're
monkey
going
bars and go swing and go jump in the lake, like do all the fun things and play. Like,
exactly, and she gets to hang with your children, so it's amazing. It's a
yeah.
beautiful thing.
And it's funny too because we found a bunch of like old pictures from when I was a kid, and I'm like,
Oh
see,
my
and my
God.
son was like, oh, it'd be fun to play with you when you were a kid. I'm like, yeah, if we could all be
Oh,
kids at the same time, that'd be awesome.
amazing. So beautiful. Well, Mindy, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you, thank you, thank
Thank
you.
you so much. This has been so fun.
Yeah, same
I'm excited
here.
for
Super
Natalie's
proud of
thing
you.
next week too.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Thanks.
Bye.